Okay, we're outside now, and that's the 747 with the shuttle on top. Apparently the 747 is real, but the shuttle is not real. It's a mock-up. Damn. Still very impressive. Right, this is the arm that goes across to the rocket just before it launches. That's the walkway for the astronauts. Let's do it. Okay, we're coming off. Okay, we're coming off the shuttle. Right. Oh, okay, it's not even open, it's plexiglass. Yeah, this is where they'd come through before they hop into the rocket. Oh my God. Some famous people have walked past here. Yeah, okay, so as the astronauts heading off to the wild blue yonder, this is what they do. Actuate. Arm. Wonder what that does. Yes, actuate something. Actuates an arm. Oh, there's another lever here. Oh.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm about to hop onto the rocket.
Oh, all right.
These 747s were a marvel. I'm not sure if I ever flew in one. I may have, but I'm not sure. That is some amazing legs on those, the linkages and whatever. Well, apparently I might be able to go through it.
NASA officials, they were skeptical. The problem was primarily one of learning to fly. By refining the models and test after test, John Kiker and his team finally achieved success. Just trust the models to prove
Space Shuttle Enterprise to do the approach and landing test, the first landing flights of the Space Shuttle to prove level concept.
Successful flights with models led to tests using an actual 747 and a prototype shuttle called Enterprise. John Kiker's vision had become a reality built from moments of inspiration, followed by years of sheer hard work.
Initially on this, you would have had air breathing engines. The proposal was to re-enter the high angle of attack, and then after the atmosphere, you would deploy the engines. Money and time, a lot of other things, I guess, became a factor. So I decided to take the engines off and to have more room for payload. So then the problem became one of trying to get the orbiter from California to the Cape, and then after every mission to refurbish it.
It's one of the strangest sights in all of aviation. A 747 airliner piggybacking a 165,000-pound space shuttle. Who dreamed up this remarkable partnership of an airplane and an orbiter? Whose imagination solved the thorny problem of returning the shuttle to its home base? His name was John Kiker.
John Kiker was so very instrumental in the space shuttle program because he was the one who came up with the idea of placing the space shuttle program on top of the 747 to move it across the Atlantic, to get it from California back to Cape Canaveral for the next launch.
Of course, space remains.
Initially on this, you would have had air-breathing engines, and the proposal was, and to re-enter the high angle of attack, and then after the end of the atmosphere, you would deploy the engines. Money and time, a lot of other things, I guess, became a factor. So I decided to take the engines off and to have more room for payload.
I'd hate to be in this spot when it's actually on. I'd be toasted, well and truly.
We'll go upstairs.
Upstairs.
Come on, Logan, we go upstairs.
Is he the astronaut here, Eric? Astronaut suit? Right, we'll go upstairs.
Well, there's the 747-905, which transported all of the shuttles back to Cape Kennedy or Cape Canaveral, depending on where it was going to next go off into space. But yeah, as I said, the shuttle up there is actually a model. It's not a real one, but it's pretty good inside. but the 747 is real. Unfortunately, we couldn't get up into the cockpit, but we saw all the rest of it. Yeah, they're a big plane. Well, I have to now figure out what I'm going to do. There, I'll have it. That is it. Backdrop. How's that? Well, I said that I wasn't going to give myself to be beholden to any timetables, but I've got the opportunity tomorrow morning to go and see the Apollo 11 control room. Now, I have read about it where it's been all fixed up and brought back to original state, and it's here somewhere, and there's a tram tour for it, but I need to come back tomorrow morning, so that means I've got to find somewhere to stay tonight. Well, it's 4 o'clock now, so it's probably not a bad idea that I find somewhere anyway. It's getting on. I'm just afraid I'm going to have to get another motel somewhere. This time a bit closer to the Space Centre. Last night was 2 hours away, and so I need somewhere a bit closer. Oh well, I'll let you know how it goes. Yeah, the Skylab part of it in there wasn't all that wonderful, but it was all still quite good, and I'm glad I came. And especially to see the working area where the astronauts are doing things. Like I got pictures of an astronaut, in his suit doing stuff. I mean, that was fantastic. Yeah, that was definitely a highlight. Yeah, it's almost 99% chance I will not get to go and see the Artemis launch. You never know, but 99% chance I won't. Anyway, I've got to leave from here and try and find somewhere to stay. I will try if there's a campground nearby, but I very much doubt it. I really do. But I do try to find at least one and hopefully two campgrounds before I get a motel. But I tell you what, if it's as cheap as last night, it was $57. A motel is a better option. But anyway, I'll let you know how I go. Well, I've left the Space Centre in Houston, and I thought I'd go for another Econo Lodge, and there was meant to be one here in this area, but it turned into, or morphed into, another brand name, and Google had both on the one spot, so it was close to $91. What? That's a bit different to 57. So anyway, just a few doors up was another Days Inn by Wyndham. Now, I've had them before, and they were $120 sort of mark. But anyway, this one was $81, and it's a beautiful room. Really is gorgeous, actually. I'll give you a bit of a tour around. So yeah, it's what is it? It's $15 more than last night, but the room's really good, and I really didn't want to be going back through that traffic. The traffic, it was 22 kilometres to get here from the Space Centre towards the city. I thought, oh dear. But the traffic going the other way was just absolutely horrendous. Like 4 lanes, bumper to bumper. no thank you, I didn't want to go back that way. So I was sort of between a rock and a hard place, and anyway, 81 is within my so-called $85 limit, so what can I say? Yeah, I'm starting to get used to these motels. It's certainly nice to be able to sleep at night properly, but I can't keep doing it. It's the trouble with cities. You're sort of stuck. There was one campground that was about 10 k's away, the other direction away from the city, and the pictures of it looked okay, and they apparently took tents and whatever, but I know my luck, the first one never works out, and they would have charged, I don't know, $45 no matter what, so for another $35, yeah, basically double the price, I've got a really nice motel room. But it's been a good day. I spent about 5 hours at the Space Centre, and as I might have mentioned, to see the Apollo control room, I've got to go back tomorrow. Yeah, so I'll get up reasonably early and get there as soon as they open, which I think is 10 a.m. I'll get there at 10 or soon after. This morning there wasn't much in the car park at noon, so I think that'll work out all right. And the first tour is at 11, so yeah, I'll just hang out in the food arcade till that time. I don't need to see anything more there. As it is, I spent 5 hours there, and so as soon as that tour is over with, I then, well, it's a bit hard to head north because that means sort of going through or skirting Houston, so I might try and go southwest a bit more, definitely west, and that's getting closer to, I think, New Mexico. So yeah, not quite sure where I'll go, but definitely not north through Houston. It is one big mother of a city, freeways and flyovers everywhere. It's some little areas are quite pleasant, but most of it is just a really industrial city. No thank you. Alright, I'm going to make myself some dinner. There's a microwave here, and I'm not going out to buy. I'm going to use what I've got. I'll give you a quick tour around the room. Oh. Right, there's the door. You come in. It's nice and cool in here. Got my esky and a few things. There's a double seater there. Had a bit of a balustrade for some reason. And yes, it's a bit of a feature for the room, I guess. A nice desk that I can put my computer on. Oh, they've got a pen. Wonder if it's a Wyndham one. Yeah, it is. A Days Inn. Oh, I'll nab that. I've been taking all the Econo Lodge ones. There's the bed. It's a king-size bed. I haven't had a single bed at all in any of these motels I've stayed at. It's either been a twin king or a king or something, never a single bed. But I can see why they do it, because that's what a couple want, and it's the same for a single person. Right, the bathroom. Oh yes, there's me. Looking a bit bedraggled. Although I didn't leave the motel this morning until, oh, actually I left a bit early, 9 o'clock, yeah. But I had an easy drive to the Space Centre. And in fact, leaving it tonight against all that other traffic, apart from one little stretch that I was in the wrong lane, that wasn't too bad at all. And Miss Google was pretty spot on, about 25 minutes to do 22 kilometres. But tomorrow morning might be a little bit different, but anyway. So yeah, here's the bathroom. Yeah, it's all very well appointed, and it's one of the nicest I've been in, actually. Loo, bath. Oh God, look at that shower head. God knows what that means. There's a pool here too, so I'm tempted to grab my other shorts that need a wash anyway and go for a swim. Just paddle around for a little bit. It's open till 10 or 11, so I might have some tucker first. Got to feed the beast. All right, $81. See ya.